If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
In 1838, a British physicist made a groundbreaking discovery about human vision. We don't actually see in 3 dimensions. We see 2 flat images, one from each eye, and our brain processes them simultaneously, constructing depth on its own. He proved it with a device called a stereoscope, a kind of Victorian virtual reality headset, and counted Queen Victoria and Charles Dickens among its early fans. As technology and taste evolved, Hollywood took the idea and ran with it. The 1950s 3D boom put audiences in cardboard glasses and sent them screaming into their popcorn as creatures lunged from the screen. Then came 3D comic books, cereal boxes, novelty toys. For over a century, every version of the 3D experience required a device, a stereoscope, a pair of red and blue glasses, something standing between the viewer and the image. Until a neuroscientist in San Francisco figured out how to take the glasses off entirely. Working on an Apple II in 1979, he cracked a way to encode depth information into a single printed image. No device, no glasses, nothing but paper and the viewer's own brain. By the time the innovation made it from the academic textbook to the mall kiosk, it looked like nothing anyone had ever seen before. Scrambles of repeating color like a psychedelic wallpaper. But stare at it just so, and out pops a dolphin, Luke Skywalker, Tweety Bird. Publishing records were smashed, bestseller lists topped for months, and pop culture had a new mainstay, referenced on TV shows like Friends and Seinfeld, movies, music videos, and more. Everyone had something to say about the artwork with the unexpected surprise. And that's why this week's On Brand is on Magic Eye.
You're all jazzed up, really having a cow. You want your favorite show and it's on right now. It's on Brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa. I am Jon.
I'm Marisa.
O. K.
I-K.
I.
K. Magic Eye.
It almost spells oink.
Are you shocked?
I am shocked. I am gobsmacked.
You are?
Did not see this coming.
I love to gobsmack you. I'd live for gobsmacking you.
I love to not see things coming. Okay.
Magic Eye. What's your memories, experiences about a Magic Eye poster?
When I hear Magic Eye, the first thing I think of is Dave Matthews Band because he had an album cover that was a Magic Eye.
Yes.
It makes me think of malls. It does not make me think of Luke Skywalker. I did not know they did branded ones. It makes
my gosh, so many branded ones. That was a huge part of their work.
Excited to learn. If they did branded ones, I'm going to assume Disney dipped their mouse's toe into it. Probably a Hello Kitty, who apparently is not a cat, but that's for another show. Makes me think of malls, makes me think of cross-eyedness, makes me think of only partial success because I'm not able to always get them.
I was about to ask, can you see them?
I have seen them. I am not, it's like, for me, it's like improv.
Yeah.
Sometimes I knock it out of the park and I'm staring it right down the dolphin's blowhole.
Sure.
And other times I flop around like a dying fish.
I will say, I went into this. I have very strong, robust, indelible memories of Magic Eye posters. I definitely have owned them. I definitely, have encountered them many times.
Them? Like you bought
I've owned
one?
A Magic Eye poster. Yes, in my bedroom, a Magic Eye poster. Alistair told a story about he got $80 for some reason. Maybe it was like birthday money. Maybe it was allowance saved up. And he went straight to the mall and bought 2 Magic Eye posters, $40 each.
I don't want to poo-poo either of you, but what a dumb purchase. It's like... It's like you just see this picture. It's like once you see it, it's like next. It's like
I also feel
gotta
like
see that frog again.
Just get one Magic Eye poster and then get candy. That's what I would do.
$40.
I used to be able, and also when I saw their price, their market price, it was around $25 for a poster. So maybe they were pre-framed. That's my best guess as to why the price was so high. I used to be able to see them better.
Never get pre-framed. Always buy your own frame. Their frame's going to be cheap.
Go to Michael's. Go to Aaron Brothers Art Mart. Are those still around?
No, they all closed.
I used to be able to see them better. And in researching this, I found myself getting a little cynical about not being able to see them. And Alistair, because he can see them so well, so quickly, he's all hoity-toity about it. And that there is a little bit of that in the Magic Eye community, people who can see it really fast. There's a braggadociousness, and I think I felt a little scorned by that. And I think I was kind of like, Magic Eye, not for me, hurts my eyes, gives me a headache. I was a little salty. And then I had the pleasure of emailing with the owner of Magic Eye.
Wow, you really went all out for this.
Pull over.
Okay.
And I'm seeing it through a new lens.
Did
literally.
They give you a secret on how to see them?
Cheri there's a lot of information on the website. I implore you to visit the website.
They still exist?
They still exist. And Cheri says they're not a fad. So take that word right out of your vocabulary because she's listening to this episode right now.
Okay, Cheri, great to meet you.
Great to meet you. The website was created in probably 1995 and still looks exactly the same.
I love it.
And there's a big section on the website, how to see it. If you feel like you've never been able to see Magic Eye, only about like 1% of the population like truly cannot because they have some like maybe a physiological depth perception, something going on. There's so many techniques. You know, you pull it to your nose and then pull it away. That's the one I would use. I would use the cross eye and then pull away. Straight to the nose, slowly creep away. Okay, now I see it as a sailboat. I would be able to do it that way. There's like a soften your gaze, look past it. There's all these techniques to see the image pop up, and they're all on the website. And I saw this website. I'm like, this website feels like they had a section that was like, if you're having a hard time, email us and we'll give you some tips. And I thought, if
emails go straight to Cheri.
Yes,
it's a company of one.
If you are having a hard time seeing the Magic Eye, you can email the company directly. It's a small but a passionate team.
Can we do that live on air?
Email them?
It's email, not
you
call.
can. I mean, maybe I could see if she's around. Maybe she would chat.
Cheri, I'm really struggling right now. I think
it's a live hotline like the Thanksgiving, like the turkey hotline. Yeah. The Butterbell turkey hotline. Yeah. I love a live hotline for a product. It's just the best. And they should honestly do that. That'd be a cool
like the old Nintendo moment. The Nintendo walkthrough.
But at that point, it was like seemingly an office building of 800 teenage girls, all in cubicles. All their whole job was to get people through like Super Mario Brothers 3. And now, I mean, everybody's remote. No one has a job anymore. AI. It's all AI. It's a chat bot.
It's a chat bot. I had a chat bot with KFC yesterday.
You chat botted with KFC yesterday?
Yeah, I was struggling with a coupon.
Okay, walk me through it. Walk me through it, John. Cheri's listening. Make it good.
I didn't want to reach out. But my coupon wasn't working. And what makes it even more...
What are you trying to get?
Here's the thing. What made it even worse is I don't even think I was going to buy the thing.
Oh.
I got an email.
Okay.
No, this is going to sound a little crazy. Got an email.
You crazy?
Popcorn chicken's back.
Sure.
Great.
I mean, eating popcorn chicken and looking at a Magic Eye poster, I've done that exact thing.
Got a zero sugar grape crush. Popcorn chicken.
I liked popcorn chicken. I didn't like KFC buckets because I don't like bones or anything that's like too meaty. I liked popcorn chicken because half of the cup was all crunch.
I don't even think there was meat in it. I think it was just the crunch.
They should just call it popcorn. It's vegetarian.
It's all crunch.
It's all crunch. I would definitely snack on that.
Right. So it's back.
Great.
So to entice me, they're like, hey, since it's back, we know you want to try it. How about you get a bucket of that?
Oh.
50 of them.
Oh my God.
For $10. I was like, I don't hate that. Because I do feel like you don't have to eat them all in one sitting.
Sure.
But am I really going to get 50? I don't know. Whatever. I clicked it. Take me to the coupon.
Also, I don't think they can count those per
I don't
popcorn.
Either. I think
I mean, some are the size of like a fingernail. Is that one?
Oh my God. You know how many times I've been like, so this counts as one of the 6?
Yeah.
This sliver, that's part of it. Usually they would give you 6 good ones. The sliver's a bonus.
Sure.
The sliver's never part of the count. But I agree. I feel like popcorn chicken is more like the box on Raisin Bran. Like, just give me 2 big scoops.
Exactly.
Pour them in the
big
bucket.
Scoops.
Regardless, I click buy or whatever, go to add to cart or whatever.
Sure.
The coupon it sent to the cart was for 3 tenders. What am I doing? 3 tenders for a $15 purchase.
Oh, that's a completely different offer.
Well, who wants that? What am I, a sucker? That's like not even a coupon.
That's a humiliating
coupon
to accept.
I feel humiliated that you're trying to get me to think that that's
Maybe
a good
if you're
deal.
like a family of 8 and you're like, well, we're buying it the meal anyway. Might as well get 3 more tenders to feed to my hungry teenage boys.
It was not in addition to, it was like, oop, you're so close to using your coupon,
Crazy.
add a 3 tender meal and $15. I'm like, no. So I took it out, put it back in, same thing. Went to, that was on my computer, went to my app. Yes, I have the KFC app. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is an issue with this coupon. They've simply linked the wrong thing.
Yes. IT error.
And I was like, oh, God, do I want to contact KFC? No, I don't. Am I going to? Yeah. I mean, let's just see what happens.
Sure.
It said, talk to KFC's virtual assistant. What are they going to do?
Oh my God.
So I clicked.
I'm Clucky. What's your problem? Credit card. I hate when
we
Clucky,
clucked up. We clucked
up is really
Sorry,
good.
we clucked up.
I hate when they like try to guess why you're there with the chatbot and they offer 3 things that are like none of these.
No, absolutely.
I could solve all of these in 2 clicks on your website. I'm here for like, it's like, are you here to ask what day it is? Are you here to learn our address? Are you here to see our hours? It's like, I can find that information. I'm clearly here for an off regulation issue.
Get the cluck out of here.
Get the cluck out of here.
You clucky bird. Yeah,
Stop
so
clucking up.
it is that. It's like blah, blah, blah. So then you have to think of what you have to say. I'm like, I need to talk to a human being. They're like, would you like to talk to a human? Yeah, put me through to the human.
Mm-hmm.
Puts me in a queue. He's like, okay. That goes on for like a minute, 2 minutes. I'm like, hello? Oh, you're still in the queue. We're just waiting for someone to be ready. And I'm like,
did they tell you how many people are ahead of you?
No,
I like when they do that.
But I was like, could you give me an idea, Clucky, of how long it's going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Silence. So I'm, just working and doing whatever, and I've just had that over to the side.
Sure.
Then I see something pop up. Then I'm in a conversation with a human being who's like, oh, man, I know how frustrating it can be when something doesn't work the way
that's
that it's
also
supposed
not
to.
a person because people don't talk like that.
Nobody talks like
no
that.
customer service person has ever led with empathy first.
No. So I have to...
They're like, hi, no punctuation. What's the problem? Space, comma. That's a person. That's a person. If a space comes before a comma, it's a person.
And if there's any sort of semblance that they've listened to what you've typed. Because a lot of times they'll just repeat the same thing. I'm like, I just said that.
Which I have that experience with the doctor on Wednesday. I fill out my whole health history, everything, at like symptoms, medical record, whatever. And I walk in there and I give it to the person at the front. The doctor like checked it and I spent 20 minutes filling out this form. The doctor's like, so what's going on? Why are you here? Do you have any allergies? Do you have any, what's your pharmacy? I'm like, what do I do all that for?
What is all that for?
What's all that for?
I feel that every single time back in the day when you used to have to call places and they ask for all your information up top.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to send you over to billing or customer
and it's a
complaints.
stranger. It's somebody, it's like tapping on a stranger's shoulder who's turning around like, what?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah. And the first part is, and you can hear them like typing it all in, and then they send it to the new person. You're like, great, can I have your first name, last name? I'm like, no, you have it. Your
I'm
phone
staring
number?
at a blank sheet of paper. Cheryl, hand her the piece of paper you just typed on your typewriter.
I hate them all. Long story short, KFC pretended they were going to help me. And then at the end, we're like, actually, maybe you should like take the app off your phone and re-download it. Like all of these things that would make it my device-specific problem.
Sure.
I was like, this isn't a device-specific problem.
Try returning your phone to the Apple store.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch to a Samsung.
And then I do my passive-aggressive. I was like, why do companies always try to blame us?
You said that to the person?
To the robot.
Yeah.
To the
fake
Android.
person,
yeah. And like, well, it seems I've done all I can do here. Like, let us know if you need any more help. Conversation ended. Transcript emailed. So I didn't get my bucket of popcorn that I wasn't even sure I wanted. I mean, would I have eaten it? Probably.
What did you have for dinner instead?
Coconut curried chicken with mango.
I think that was a better choice.
Because I'm just raiding the house I'm house sitting at
Oh,
now.
okay.
I'm just eating, which I never usually do.
You're like a babysitter in the 80s on the loose.
And then I was gonna eat. They had a steak in the fridge. They might listen to this. And I took it out and I was like, oh, I like this. And then it was 2023 was when it was packed, but it was frozen.
Oh,
But I don't, even that, I was like 3 years.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm digging up an old mammoth or something. 3 years seems a little long.
Yeah, that's a little like homogeneous.
Homogeneous.
Yeah.
I'm going to grow like arm hair and like be a
Cro-Magnon.
new man.
Yeah, I don't really trust that.
So that was my KFC adventure. I was going to talk
Interesting.
about, now I feel like maybe we've run too long. Is this a long show, short show?
I mean, it can be whatever you want to be, baby.
Waited in line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if you can fill in the blanks.
Okay.
I, John Glover,
Mm-hmm.
waited in line 2.5 hours to see 2 blanks.
2 blank. There were a few things that you had said that you might do last weekend. Is this one of those 2 things?
I don't know.
You were going to like go do a thing, go to a library thing.
I don't think I mentioned this.
Oh, okay. 2 blanks. 2 of the world's tiniest twins, Guinness Book of World Records exhibit.
I thought you were going to say Guinness and Phineas. No.
2 Labubus. Labubus are back.
2 giant Labubus.
Yeah.
No. I, John Glover, waited in line 2.5 hours to see 2 flowers.
Oh.
At the Huntington Garden,
Oh.
2 corpse flowers.
Stinky flowers.
That only bloom every 3 years. They had 2 of them that bloomed on the same night.
Oh my God, how romantic.
Bought a ticket. You only have 24 hours basically to see it. Ran over there. Line. I was like, cool. Like you get a time slot. I bought a ticket for noon.
Sure.
It's like, I'll run over there and see this flower. When am I going to? It's very Jurassic. These corpse flowers, they come from Indonesia.
Oh, yes. I've seen them. We
They're
had
like 5 feet tall.
We had a pedestrian one in our backyard and we
Yeah.
thought there was like a dead animal in the house.
Yeah. They smell like
very
rotten
bad.
meat.
And they eat flies.
I think they eat everything.
Oh.
Actually, I don't know. That's
They
why
ate a
they smell like
toddler?
they eat popcorn chicken. They're
They
on the
would.
phone. They're
I bet they would.
texting KFC.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it was like I did not expect it to take quite that long.
Sure. Were you in the sun?
In the sun for part of it. It was like overcast, but kind of that bright sun, which I think is almost worse. Like there's clouds, but I think
Yeah.
you're still like getting cooked.
Uh-huh.
Ironically, had my annual dermatologist appointment 2 days later for her to check for.
So you were his super sunburn. She's like,
She,
do you always spend this much time in the sun?
She was like, your arms are much darker than the rest of your body. I was like, I'm never in the sun. And then I was like, oh, now that I think about it, I do
think
a
you're in the
live
sun
TikTok.
like all the time.
I'm really not because I work in the house, but I do
know,
my
but Skid Row,
live on
yeah.
Sundays. Yeah, and I walk around for an hour and a half in the sun. So anyway, she gave me a big bag of samples. But these flowers were really cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad I saw them.
How big?
Probably like
How many candy canes?
4.
Wide.
I would say they're probably Spangler or
Those big
Bombs.
Hammonds, those giant ones.
oh
Those
Hammonds.
big thickies.
Ugh. Probably no. They're
Oh, we'll do it on theme. How many Magic Eye posters?
oh God.
So that's like this.
2.
Great. 2 Magic Eye posters wide.
I thought they were going to be, if you're not familiar with these flowers, like I said, they only open up every few years.
Mhm.
The Huntington Library, which is incredible. If you're ever in LA, I would definitely put that on a list of places to possibly visit if you're here for a few days.
Mhm.
I don't know that it's top place, but it's a gorgeous botanical garden. They have a great Japanese tea room. They have an art museum that has 2 Warhols.
It's a great place to bring like if you live in LA and you have like sophisticated parents, like fancy parents.
I took my dad there when he visited.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sophisticated parents.
And
My mom just like, where's the bar? Like they probably do have a bar. It's past the Japanese garden.
Fun fact, when I took my dad there, I knew he would probably never be back in LA and he wasn't coming to my apartment. I took my Emmy there just so I could show my Emmy. So I was like in the parking lot of the Huntington Library with my Emmy. Like, Dad, look, this is what it looks like.
Why didn't he see your apartment?
There just wasn't on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's no weird reason. It just didn't make sense for him to make it to my home where I live. No, he had been there before years ago.
Okay.
It's like, but that wasn't.
He didn't stay with you or anything. Okay. On your couch or nearby.
He was staying at a really nice house of a good friend.
He's fancy.
He's fancy. But the flower was very cool.
That's really
Everyone
cool.
talks about how it smells like rotten meat. It did smell, but like by the time you got in there, you just got it in like.
Is this when you realize you're a zombie because you like the smell?
Oh, I started chomping on it. It's like salad. They're like, no. You can't touch it, which seems weird because it's like it's going to be dead in a
Of course
day.
you can't touch it.
It's going to be dead in a day.
I know, but okay, if you work there, you get to touch it. Like as you're like ripping it out.
Oh, you know the people that work there are touching it all night long.
If you worked in a museum, would you touch the artwork after hours?
1,000,000%. There's something I think so cool about touching something that like Picasso painted.
That is cool.
Sometimes I try to see if I can brush up against it. It doesn't usually work. They do let you get pretty close.
Yeah.
But they're watching you.
Yeah, that's their job.
I mean, that's my favorite thing about seeing like paintings. Like even that Warhol that's there, you see like his pencil lines.
So cool.
All that's gone when you see it in a textbook.
That's true.
So yeah, that's it. KFC and corpse flower. That's what I did this week. All right, let's cross our eyes. Let's dot our T's and cross our I's.
Let's dot our T's and cross our I's. That's actually cute.
I know, but the first one doesn't make sense. But they maybe won't think about it for a minute. You don't dot T's.
Yeah, but we're kind of a twisted show. Yeah. So we do things a little differently.
Totally twisted.
We're totally twisted.
All right, I'm ready to hear all about it.
All right.
It's 18. Wait, you took us back to X-ray. So love X-ray things. I'm from a generation
X-ray.
or 3D.
3D, yeah. Did you get X-ray specs that you thought you could like see people naked?
No, I wasn't that kid. But I did love like growing up in like the 80s, like there would be like Jaws on 3D would be on TV on a Friday night. So the newspaper would come with like a pair of 3D glasses.
How cool is that?
Sometimes cereal would come with 3D glasses. You would get different like, I don't know, puzzles or games where you had to wear those 3D glasses to like block out red letters to read what was the blue letters.
To reveal,
like, there was a lot of, so I worked for James Cameron for 2.5 years. So do I know a little bit about 3D? Yeah, I guess you could say.
I wonder if Jim has a collection of vintage stereoscopes because they're collector's items. People buy them on eBay.
Maybe I'll put that in my things I might buy Jim if we get to that level.
For real, you should. It's really fun. I think I struggle with Magic Eye because I can't do like anything 3D ocular. I have a very like sensitive vestibular system. I can't do any 3D movies. I can't do even like a movie like Harry Potter that has a lot of POV Quidditch playing. I'll get a little off kilter. Yeah, a little motion sickness. So even
Soren, can you do Soren?
I mean, I can if I see the dangling feet. That helps. I like to see the dangling feet. But my big gripe, there's so many rides, like Universal Studios in particular, that I've noticed went from this like really cool physical tactile puppets animatronics into like now you're sitting in a thing that's going like this.
I don't like to be jostled.
And there's like just a movie screen around you. And I hate that.
I have to close my eyes during parts of like Star Wars thing. If I'm going into space or if it looks like I'm falling, I have to just close my eyes or find something like the dangling feet.
It's too scary.
But it's not. Like that's what's crazy. It's really not, but it is.
I agree. It is scary.
It's like terrifyingly not scary. You're just sitting in a chair. You're like, all you have to remember is like, oh, those weird people stepped out of here 2 minutes ago. Like they were fine.
Sure.
Like, I don't have a seatbelt on.
I'm in a movie seat that is moving 1 inch to the left and the right, but still, I find it to be very scary. But so I think I have a little bit of a bias against anything that's like 3D. I don't know. It just kind of like makes my eyes feel a little bad. But I knew nothing about the technology. Even those blue-red glasses, I'm still like, how does that work? And there was a TV show that came out. I remember where it was in like TV Guide. There were 3D glasses. This must have been in like 2000. 3D glasses that came in like the TV Guide. And it was like this airing of this whatever show. Everybody put on your 3D glasses at home, which feels like it's so from the 1950s. But it was in my lifetime. I didn't know anything about this technology, so I'm excited to share a little bit about it with y'all.
What led you to this? This feels off brand. It feels on brand for you, but it also feels like it's not a salve.
You know what I started with? I started reading I Spy books with the kids. We were reading them the other day, and I was like looking at I Spy, and I love the I Spy picture books. They're photographs. They're not digital renderings. They're really, really cool. Do you remember I Spy books, mateys?
I mean, amazing story about I Spy. One of my top 3 favorite bands, Cocteau Twins, reached out to the guy that does the I Spy books, and he basically did one of their album covers.
That's
their 4
awesome.
Calendar Cafe is just a million. It's like a million little toys.
Cool.
And then they made it dark blue. They made it look a little different than what he did, but if you saw it, you would immediately know that it was I Spy.
He is so cool, and I love the photography. And I like looked it up, and I'm like, this is a really cool story. But it's not like he's a cool guy, but it's not so much of like a story. I don't know if it's like a full episode. Maybe I'll do a brand bite on I Spy some point in the future, and maybe we'll get him on the horn. Maybe he'll make some art for us.
Oh my God, maybe he could give me like a Cacho Twin something sitting around in his archive.
You're always trying to finagle something.
Anytime anyone comes up, I immediately like, what can I get
What
from
can
them?
they give me? So I Spy kind of led me to like, okay, well, what else is of this time? It's kind of nostalgic. It's like looking at things, peeking around. I was just like, oh, Magic Eye. That is so interesting. Because like, how does that work? Like
That just made me think of Where's Waldo? What was up with like the 90s where we're all, and where the hell is Carmen Sandiego?
we had a lot of time on our hands pre-web.
We were all just searching for things.
We were searching and
Wow.
we never found it.
We never found it.
Whoever made Where's Waldo was obsessed with big-titted ladies.
Oh, are there a lot of big
There
titties?
are so many little cartoons. There's a lot of like beach scenes, mermaids, a lot of like just like a woman in the mall, like with the most buxom bosom you've ever seen. I'm like, this guy is just like giggling to himself as he's drawing these like, what would that be? Like 1/100th of a Magic Eye poster size woman in like a teeny tiny yellow bikini. If you've ever cracked a Where's Waldo, you know what I'm talking about.
That explains why that is your husband's favorite book. And didn't he also dress as Waldo once? I feel like I've seen a picture of him dressed as Waldo.
It's funny. I dressed as Waldo once.
I think everyone did. It's a pretty easy, good costume.
Yeah, I did. I had like red duct tape for some reason and like a thermal, and I made the stripes and the beanie. And, you know, you can fashion a cane from, who knows, a big tube of, from an old roll of wrapping paper.
Perfect.
You figure it out. So this is the science behind how that works. It all starts in 1838 in London. We have English physicist Sir Charles Wheatstone, and he publishes this observation that the human depth perception works by combining two slightly different flat images. So this is how, you know, like camera one, camera two, we know that it's like, I'm looking at you, you shift over slightly depending on which eye is open. So this was new at the time. Nobody had ever done that, I guess. Close one eye.
Wow. God, I love
the other one.
Clip clop, man. Everyone did everything for the first time. Anyone
They
that
were
did anything
so
for the
busy
first
like
time
trying
got
to
rich.
not get like dysentery or something. They weren't going like this, like, oh, hey, when I go like this, it like looks like a little different, like it jumps around.
This eye hurts. Wait a second. And then they discovered it.
And that might have been, I didn't hear how he discovered it. It might have been he got like some like horse dust in his eye and he realized that there's two slightly different like viewpoints. So to prove this, he builds a stereoscope, which is, I'll post pictures of this. And this is a cool, what?
That just seems like such a big jump. Well, that's interesting. You know what? I'm going to build a stereoscope. Everyone's like, what the hell is that?
You're like, I'll show
You'll
you.
see.
Can't we just close one eye and then the other? No,
I need lenses and maple wood and brass.
Literally, yes. So a stereoscope it looks like goggles. It's a device that shows each eye a different photograph of the same scene.
I have one.
Wait, you have one?
I have one. My dad gifted me one. I would have brought it today had I known.
Oh.
Is that the thing where you get the cards?
It has cards, like little postcards.
My dad gave me his grandfather's because he knew that I would really appreciate it. So
Wow.
I have one in my cabinet of curiosities.
That is why you didn't know what it was called.
I didn't remember the name of it.
That is so crazy.
I always think of it as like, it's basically like a early, what did we have in the 80s? That
Like a viewfinder-y kind of
the
thing.
Billie Eilish thing I just bought, the viewfinder.
It was. And in my mind, I'm like, wow, this must be like, there's one of these in the Smithsonian. They're on eBay, they're on Etsy. You can find these.
They're not that, I mean, yeah. And you can find the cards for
cards
like 50 cents or
everywhere.
$1.
This was
It's
like a
kind of
total sensation.
It was kind of like their encyclopedia/internet, because they're like, all of a sudden you could be at home and see like a 3D image of the pyramids or the Sphinx or only other things in Egypt.
And it had this novelty of being this like illusion. It's like the first time you try a Wii, you know, like when you're like a Wii tennis and you're like, your mind is kind of blown, or like that you know, put on like virtual reality goggles, like us walking around the abandoned Uniqlo pretending we're on Titanic.
I like that the last time your mind was blown that your brain could pull up was when you played the Wii in 2007. Do you remember, man, when that first time?
Honestly, you think you don't need that wrist strap. You do.
You do.
You do.
You do.
It's really exciting stuff. So it kind of was blowing people's minds, and this became like, we'll call it an early viral sensation. As I mentioned, Queen Victoria was obsessed with it. People would have like the cards, they're passing around at parties.
I love that people are passing around at parties. Someone's like, oh man, have you really seen a lion? And they're like, poink, and they're like, shink, and they're like, tool.
It's like when people put on virtual reality goggles or play Wii, and it's like scary, and then they get actually scared. Like you look at a stereoscope of a lion and you're like, Jesus.
Please tell me in your research that you came across that there were back alleys where people were selling these
nudie pictures.
cards.
I'm sure there must have been.
There had to have been.
That should be on eBay for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy named David Brewster, he improved the version of the stereoscope, and it was displayed at the Great Exhibition of 1851. I would love to go to that.
Exhibitions and World's Fair,
we don't have those anymore. I guess Comic-Con. I keep getting emails like that go in my priority Gmail box, not promotions, not social, nothing, for like that Disney Expo. And I'm like, what list did I get on that I'm going to go to like D23? Like, I'm going to go to that?
I feel like I would get that, and I don't even think I get those. I do get a lot of Comic-Con ones, though. I've never been once. I think I did register when I was at Avatar to see if I could get in free admission because I was on like that type of film.
Yeah.
And they didn't. They're like, nah, you can get in.
You're like, surely you want me to speak or
I'd
be a presenter?
To give you my thoughts, put me in Hall 5.
I'd love to see you in full Na'vi.
One of the most humiliating moments of my life at Avatar. It was John Landau's birthday. He has since passed away, but for his birthday, they had like a little camera crew. So you could go to a room and make him like a little video birthday wish. So I got a couple of people to come with me, and I had went online and I translated happy birthday in Na'vi, and we go in there and we sing happy birthday in Na'vi. No rehearsals, just raw dogging this.
Are you guys like kind of laughing at how silly it is? Or are you taking it seriously?
I think they were. I think because I'm a double Virgo, I was probably taking it a little more seriously than they were. But we just I blush thinking about it. But the thing was, it did make it on to the final reel, and not everyone did. So then people, even if they made fun of it, they were like, "But you made it on." So then it became like
So somebody edited the birthday messages before he saw it.
Yeah,
they cut out the duds.
Yeah, I guess some duds got cut out. I mean, these are top of the game.
Oh, that's very funny. Okay, fast forward to 1956. We're in Bell Labs, New Jersey. So a guy named Bela Julesz, he's a 28-year-old Hungarian electrical engineer. He flees the Soviet invasion of Budapest with his wife, Margit, and immigrates to the United States. So Bell Laboratories is a place for brainiacs, Bell Labs, as they call it in the biz. He's assigned to test random number generators, which, I mean, I think there was something like, it's like still you can't do that. It's like really hard to get like random number generators because like there's always going to be some kind of pattern in there.
That feels very that show that everybody likes.
Oh, Severance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, I'm assuming that it was just the Severance office.
Yeah, based on the TV show Severance.
So these are sequences of digits that should contain no hidden patterns. And so his job is like test it, computer programs, and see, are the numbers truly random or are there secret patterns hiding? This is very Severance. So his method was to plot the numbers as dots on a grid and show them to the human eye, which he said the human eye is really good at detecting any repetition. I mean, how like funny is this, like with how far technology has come, that this was his way. He's like, okay, print them out and then put them in front of the secretary. While running these tests, he gets an idea. What if you take 2 grids of random dots, shift a section of one grid sideways by a tiny amount, and look at the pair through a stereoscope? So it's essentially how stereoscopes are made. They take 2 images that are like slightly different perspectives, and he's trying to do this with these random dots. To either eye alone, both of the grids look identical, but when the brain combines them, it appears to create like a float, or there's some depth. And if it works, it proves that 3D perception is constructed entirely in the brain with no help from recognizable objects or perspective cues. So in his mind, it's not like a stereoscope with the postcards where those are like recognizable pictures or scenes. This is the Sphinx. These are the pyramids. These are just like random dots. And so if you can get it to float with just random dots, it further reveals something about the brain and perception. So it does work. And Julesz calls it Cyclopean vision. Cyclops, one eye.
Oh, that's cute.
It's really cute. I bet he felt really proud when he thought of that.
I would have.
The Journal of the Optical Society of America rejected his paper. They didn't want anything to do with it. But Bell
What's
Labs,
there to reject?
they weren't interested. Not enough sex appeal. That's spicy enough.
Okay.
Doesn't put the asses in the seats. But the Bell Labs Technical Journal publishes it. So it's now considered a landmark, this like breakthrough innovation. Julesz wins a MacArthur Genius Fellowship in 1983. He's elected to the National Academy of Sciences in 1987. And he dies, just spoiler alert, on December 31st, 2003, just to give you his full perspective of his life. So his random dot stereogram, invented to test software, is the early foundation for what will become Magic Eye. So
Magic Eye is not, that did happen later. Like this is a 90s thing.
Yeah, we'll get there, like the peak of it. But just knowing that that's where it started, the Bell Labs in the 50s and 60s, that was where this like random dot generator creating
I thought you said that he was in the 80s when he was doing that.
In the 83 is when the paper was published.
Oh, got it.
So that was like the early foundation. So now we're in 1979, San Francisco. Christopher Tyler, he's a British neuroscientist. He spent a year as a postdoctoral fellow at Bell Labs under Julesz. So he worked under Julesz, who created this like random dot floating thing. And now he works at the Smith Kettlewell Eye Research Institute. So he's working with a programmer named Maureen Clark on an Apple II, and he collapses Julesz's 2-image trick into a single image. So instead of it's like, oh, here's some dots over here, here's some dots over here. When you look at it, it looks to pop. He puts them into a single image that the viewer's own brain can decode without any advice. And he calls it the auto stereogram, meaning like it happens automatically. It's not 2 pictures, it's 1 picture, but your eyes will operate as the stereogram. You don't need the little goggles or anything. So Tyler and Clark's original audio stereograms, they used small black and white dots with hidden 3D shapes consisting of like cut out geometrical forms. So it would be like, a triangle, which at the time it was like, where'd that triangle come from? There wasn't a triangle here before. There wasn't any color. There wasn't any imagery. There was no like pattern. It was just dots and a triangle.
There was definitely a cube too, because everything back then, like how many times did you draw a 3D cube on your binder?
3D cube had a big moment in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a go-to drawing. And you're like, maybe I can be an artist. I understand perception.
I'm going to reach out to James Cameron when I get older because this is going to blow his mind.
It really would.
This is flat, sir.
It really would. It really would. No, it's an auto stereogram, essentially.
Basically an auto stereogram.
So Tyler publishes this technique in a visual science textbook in 1983. Nothing happens, and 12 years pass.
So both of these things came out on 83. 83 is a big year for publications of these things.
I guess so. Yeah, this is when it's on everyone's lips. Oh cute. It's like
Speaking of lips, your cat's just kissed.
Oh my gosh, how cute. He's in like a little cave. So early 80s, we have a guy named Tom Baccei, and he drives buses for the Green Tortoise, which is a San Francisco-based, basically like hippie travel company. So they would take old buses. This isn't a big part of the story, but I just find it to be an interesting sidebar. This company called the Green Tortoise, there were a few of these counterculture like bus systems. They would take old buses, they would take out all the seats and just put like foam mattresses in the back. And then like a hippie would get a ride from like, San Francisco to Portland.
Nice.
Pretty fun.
Just sleep on the trip.
Have a good time, probably, party.
I've told you about one of my childhood bus drivers, didn't I? I forget his name. I don't even know if bus drivers normally played music on their buses, but mine did not play music. He played the sounds of recorded trains.
Oh, I feel like you have said that. That is really fun.
And he was missing like 4 of his fingers. Like it was like straight out of like a Goosebumps novel.
That is really funny.
And you were kind of scared of him because you would see his like deformed hand. Is that a bad word? Deformed? Like his
unconventional hand?
His compromised digits.
Sure.
Reach for like that lever to like yank the door open. Like he had to pull that and then pull it and it's like, and the door opens and you see he's missing like all of his fingers and then you like sneak past him and he's like, choo choo. It's like psychotic.
You're like, am I going to make it to school? Where is he taking me?
I'm carrying like my Smurfs binder. I'm like, just Mrs. Kaiser's room, please.
We seem to be crossing state lines. Am I safe?
It's just me and him.
It's just you and him. No one else on the bus today.
Rick. His name was Rick.
Maybe he's on Facebook.
If anyone knows Rick, a fingerless bus driver from the Lakota School District, let me know.
Maybe he's around. So in the early 80s, Tom Baccei, he was driving for the Green Tortoise, and he was also an engineer and a businessman. So he becomes the U.S. manager of Pentica Systems, which is a British computer hardware company. Mm-hmm. And they're working out of an office park in Boston. So he needs to create a print ad for a product called the MIME in-circuit emulator. So MIME stands for something computery. And he has to make a print ad for this to go in like trade magazines.
Do people still study mime?
That is really interesting.
Wasn't it like such a big thing in the 70s? Like I spent 7 years studying mime and now I'm like a huge movie star.
I'll tell you a job that AI can't replace. Miming.
I feel like they can.
No, a physical mime?
Yeah.
A physical mime at your birthday party pretending to put you in a glass box?
Yeah.
Cybermime.com. Hello,
have
sharks.
Robots delivering Chipotle. I'm sure they can figure out how to do this.
I'm not interested in that. I want a human mime.
Listen, mimes.
Now I have to be like, is the mime, like when I'm booking a mime for a kid's party, I'm like, is the mime human or AI? I'm like, oh, it was going to be AI. Do you want human? Yes, I want human. Okay, that'll be an extra $300.
There's such a difference between a good mime and a bad mime.
A good mime is a really good mime.
A good mime is a really good mime. Merch.
It's one of those things too where I kind of feel this way about tap dancing, and I can say this because I have tapped. The best it can look is pretty cool. You know what I mean? It's never like if you see a gymnast who's been studying for years and years, you're seeing, it's like, well, I see somebody do a standing backflip. I'm like, never in a million years could I just do a backflip from standing. And that probably took, 2 months to learn. You could spend your entire life tap dancing. You'd be best tap dancer in the world. And you're like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't know. This makes me think of a lot of things. To me, gymnast, I can only tell if something's not good if they mess up. To me, everything else looks the same.
It's kind of fine. Yeah.
Like
but we know, I mean, I can shuffle my feet around with a little, like the couple quarters glued to the heels.
You think that's what miming is?
No, I'm talking about tap dancers.
Oh.
But I mean, a gymnast is like flipping and flying in space.
Yeah.
But and that's what I mean too. With a mime, you could study your mime. You go to school for being a mime. And then it's like, yeah. Yeah, it's good.
You've never seen a mime and been like, is there an invisible tree there?
I've never been fooled by a mime. Thinking like, maybe he does have a rope and I just can't see it. Maybe.
I feel like I have.
It's certainly been a while since I've seen a mime. So he is making a print ad for this mime in-circuit emulator, a computer thing in the 80s, and he hires a real mime to be a model in this print ad.
Whoa.
The mime's name, the mime is a character in the story.
Jessica Lange? I think Jessica Lange did study mime. I really do.
New Year's resolution 2027, you and me in mime school.
We're miming pickleball.
I'll mime pickleball.
Yeah, I'll mime pickleball. Oh, man, I missed. I can't even mime and win. I suck at pickleball not playing.
Your dream house is a duplex? Babe, dream a little harder.
I can rent out half of it.
Ron Lab. Labbe. I'm not great at pronouncing last names. Lab. He shows up to the shoot carrying a stereo camera. He's a 3D photography enthusiast, the mime. So he brought his stereo camera that like takes picture. He's like a 3D photography, brought it to the photo shoot.
Weird. And
Baccei asks where he can learn more because he's like an engineer. He's a computer guy. He's really curious about this. The mime points him towards a magazine called Stereo World. Okay. And in the next issue, Baccei reads about Tyler's auto stereograms, the dot pictures where things pop out 3D. So there's a whole 3D photography community. They'd be like the VR people nowadays. But back in the day, they read Stereo World and they were into 3D photography.
Wouldn't they be like the AI people?
Nope.
VR.
They just like when stuff is popping out at you in real life.
I got to talk to you real quick. You need to move on from VR. We're past VR.
I hate VR.
We're in AI.
Remember when we went to go a Titanic VR exhibit and in the car on the way, I said, this isn't VR, is it? And you said, it's literally in the name of what it is. And I said, I can't. And we did it. We survived. It was very scary. So Baccei reads about the auto stereograms and he asks a programmer to help him convert a Mac-based auto stereogram program. So there's computer programs that make these automatically. Acquired from someone writing for Stereo World. He's like getting in all the connections of like the 3D photography people to make a PC program. So he creates an auto stereogram using this product that he's selling, this M700, puts the product code inside a black and white dot pattern and runs it as an ad in Embedded Systems Engineering magazine. The fax machine goes into overdrive. Everybody is so curious what this is, what this technology is.
Wow, really?
They are.
I want to see a picture of this. It sounds so boring, but maybe in 80, whatever.
I mean, at that time, yeah, it was exciting stuff. Baccei begins experimenting with black and white random dot stereograms under the name Gaze Toys. So it's simple images on posters, postcards, t-shirts, and the technology is very intriguing, but the commercial interest is very limited. The product is not quite there yet.
You had me at Gaze Toys.
Gaze Toys. You've been to that website.
I've got some Gaze Toys.
So now this is when things get exciting.
Oh, good.
Are you on the edge of your seat?
I've been trying to cross my eyes for 10 minutes. Do I have examples of any of these to look at?
I mean, you've seen.
You didn't bring me something to look at?
You've seen Magic Eye posters before.
Yeah.
You know where we're heading.
Sure.
1991, Baccei visits Image Ability, which is a computer graphics company outside Boston, on a sales call. So he notices the artwork on the walls and he asks who made it. It's Cheri Smith, my new best friend.
Okay.
An award-winning artist and animator who works freelance on high-end 3D and animation workstation. So he shows her an autostereogram and Cheri's like, this could make for very beautiful artwork. She's the one who kind of sees it as black and white dots with a cube to like, okay, there's something that you could make something that's actually very visually intriguing with this.
What does her artwork look like current at this moment? Do you know? Like what did he see hanging up in the store?
I actually don't know what picture he saw. She's an acclaimed artist. I don't know exactly which one he saw.
Okay.
But he said, oh, you really think so? We can make something more of this. And what Baccei had was the concept, the rough like algorithm for it, the computer program for it, the business instinct, but he didn't have any of like the visual artistic sensibility. He'd been making just like black and white gaze toys with clip art. And Cheri Smith brought this very sophisticated 3D modeling skills and artistry, national, international art awards, and a very clear vision of what this medium could become. So I have to give Cheri credit, my new best friend.
Shout out to Cheri.
So rather than tweaking gaze toys, Cheri makes it clear that if they're going to work together, the product needs a new identity entirely. We have our makeover montage. They're trying on outfits in the dressing room. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I love it.
She proposes leave gaze toys behind and let's follow richly colored computer graphics that are carefully composed in these like three-dimensional scenes. And it's very family-friendly imagery that could appeal to children and adults alike. It wouldn't be a novelty. It would be a completely new art form. So they initially planned a 1992 wall calendar, temporarily calling the artwork 3D Illusions and marketing it under Tom's existing business, cute name, N.E. Thing Enterprises.
Very cute.
Anything Enterprises. That's fun.
I like it.
They advertised the calendar in American Airlines In-Flight magazine.
What a world.
An in-flight magazine.
They've got you trapped for 6 hours.
Right.
You're going to spend a little bit of money.
You pick up that phone stuck to the
Pretend you're going to make a call.
Pretend you're going to make a call.
Very expensive.
So fun. So the In-Flight magazine ad has a 3D illusion containing a hidden plane. And they have their captive audience. You have time to stare. What else are you doing? You're not going to flip past. You're going to spend a few minutes trying to see what this illusion is. You've never seen one before. Figure it out. The phone calls that follow, in Cheri's words, exclusive Cheri report, hilarious. And flight attendants start giving away champagne to whoever can find the plane first.
Wow.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, first. Okay.
Everyone's having fun on this flight. Everyone is having a blast. I think flying used to be more fun. Now everybody's very grouchy. So to date, Baccei and Smith have been embellishing black and white random dot stereograms by putting colorful art around the existing dot patterns to create what they actually envision. They bring in a programmer named Bob Slitsky. So together, all three describe a completely new approach. Instead of black and white random dots concealing simple geometric shapes, they want richly colored repeating artwork. This is what she had envisioned all along, but it's like, how do we actually make it happen? Richly colored repeating artwork and even photographs hiding detailed three-dimensional scenes and models. So Slitsky designs and programs the software to make this vision possible, and the technique is patented.
I think that's what I'm picturing. I feel like when I think of them, you do see like a repeated pattern within it.
Oh, yeah.
So like sometimes I try to figure out part of what it is without crossing my eyes from that pattern. Like sometimes you're like, is that like a horse leg?
You're not supposed to look at the pattern.
Well, says who? That's the rule. However, whatever gets me across the finish line.
Okay, everyone has their own technique.
But yeah, so then I'm like, okay, so I use the pattern, Cheri. I'm going to email her and let her know. What's her email? Cheri, cross-eyed Cheri at yahoo.net. But then, like, if I am able to get it, there was something about it where, like, I had to, like, really concentrate to hold on to it.
Yes.
Because I could lose it.
Be gone in a second.
And then I couldn't always get it back really easily.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
It's very true. You has to be just at right. If you like switch back to focusing on it too much, you'll lose it. You have to almost be like looking past it. That's kind of a technique.
That's what they said on Seinfeld. Seinfeld, they have this whole little moment about it. He's like, no, you don't look at it. You look through it or something.
I know. There's
like
so many little pop culture moments over the years. So late 1991 to 1993, no American publisher is really interested in this. The concept is just too strange. It's too hard to describe in a catalog. And then they are found by Tenyo. So this is Tenyo Company Limited. This is a Japanese magic products company. And they see the American airline ad and contact Tom and Cheri. So Tenyo suggests creating a brand name that includes the word magic. They're a magic company. The word magic, magic is in so many product names today. It's like magic bullet blender. It's like magic eraser. Magic is a really powerful marketing word. And from that conversation, they decide to name it Magic Eyes.
I like it.
Magic Eyes is too common to trademark. So when U.S. marketing begins, the name is shortened to Magic Eye.
And that goes better with
Singular.
this whole Cyclops thing anyway.
It does. Yeah, it's a nod. It's a nod to the
little
Cyclops.
tip to the past.
It's around this time that Baccei mortgages his house to fund the venture. So this is, everyone's going all in. This is a perfect meeting of everyone's different talents. They're all coming together. Everything's coalescing. They're thinking they need to take this across the finish line.
This is feeling very Shark Tank.
It is very Shark
Tank. People saying,
Tank.
listen, you have to explain it. You're going to need a demonstration. No one's going to know how to use it. You can't get shelf space.
That's funny. You're just talking about the demonstration. In Tokyo, Tenyo published the first Magic Eye book, but they had sales reps go to street corners to demonstrate the viewing techniques to passersby. So after that, the book became a bestseller within weeks.
Wow.
But they needed, that was Home Shopping Network. That was someone on the street corner, like with a magic eye, like, look at this, see if you can get it. People are walking by, like somebody goes, I got it. It's like, wait, what'd you get? What's your technique? It kind of becomes like this like little human moment.
Yeah.
The book became a bestseller within weeks, and a second book is rushed out. And Magic Eye is a phenomenon in Japan for 2 years before America has ever heard of it. Tom and Cheri traveled to Japan for the opening of a Magic Eye section in Tenyo's magic shop at Tokyo Disneyland. During an initial meeting in Tenyo's boardroom, they let in the press, which was at least 20 people with cameras rushing into the room, flashbulbs blazing. Tom and Cheri had never seen this kind of like hubbub before. They're taking pictures of them like they're celebrities because they discovered Magic Eye. And they knew Magic Eye was popular, but this was the moment where they realized how popular it had become. And Cheri told the story. This is straight from the horse's mouth. This isn't published anywhere. She said that they were like trying to stay composed and holding it together, but underneath the table, they were like kicking each other. Like, can you believe how popular this thing's been? So that would be a really cute scene in the movie.
That would be very cute. I knew that mouse was going to get his toe in there, though.
How did you know? All the way in Tokyo.
Yeah, of
Tokyo
course.
Disney. That grubby little foot.
Yeah.
Mouse paw.
Perfect sense.
A licensing agent in New Jersey receives a fax of the American Way ad from a friend. He spends days staring at it and sees nothing. Then one day, he's working at his desk. He glances through a window at his daughter playing outside. He's looking past the paper, not at it, and his eyes accidentally diverge, or he's kind of looking at both at the same time, and the airplane suddenly appears. He said, who made this? What company is this? He calls Baccei the next day and says he wants to make him rich. Baccei tells him the first agent to close a great publishing deal gets the job. And this guy, Mark Gregorek, who's this New Jersey licensing agent, he closed the deal and he got the job. So they licensed Magic Eye products from 1993 to 1995.
And these were all in books?
Yeah, so far books, yeah.
I didn't realize that they started out as books.
It's funny how many like near misses there are. Like it's like one guy from this company, one guy from this American company. And if Mark Gregorek hadn't been watching his daughter play outside while this picture was pinned on his like bulletin board, like wouldn't have happened maybe, possibly.
What if his daughter was sick that day?
Yeah, what if it was snowing outside?
What if it was snowing? What if it was pouring down
There's so
rain?
many almost moments. It's so magical. So now 1993, I feel like we're starting to enter the American explosion. This is Andrews McNeil's publisher, publishes Magic Eye, a new way of looking at the world. It's priced at $12.95.
Oh, that is such a 90s price point.
Isn't that so good? Nothing is $12.95 anymore.
That book would
Nothing.
be $22.95 today.
Unbelievable. Tom and Cheri had created 3 books in Japan and many other products before this, and they created the first U.S. and international best-selling book themselves before the company was large enough to need more employees. So the first run was 30,000 copies, sold out in 24 hours.
Come on.
Andrews McNeil ordered 500,000 more the same day. Magic Eye 1, 2, and 3 simultaneously hit the New York Times bestseller list, where they spent a combined 73 weeks. In the UK, all 3 are simultaneously 1, 2, and 3 on the bestseller list. In Germany in 1995, the Magic Eye book outsold every other title in German publishing history.
What? But it's basically like a puzzle. And I guess it's more like an art book.
Yeah, it's an art book. It's an experiential art book. Yeah.
And I should take back my poo-pooing, why would you buy a poster? Because once you've seen it, you've seen it. But it's like, I have I mean, that's all posters.
I mean, that's all posters.
No poster changes.
You never like hang up a poster, look at it once, and then you're like, I got it,
I've
and then
seen
throw
it.
it away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I take it back.
And if they stand alone as being like, beautiful art, then yeah, it is a poster with a little something extra to offer. So at this time, it's still a pretty small company. They're able to operate this like amazing output, but it's still, a pretty tiny, hardworking team. We have Tom and Cheri. They're working tirelessly. They're both obsessed. They're experimenting side by side with new 3D techniques and styles. When the phone rang, they would look at each other in anticipation. Like prestigious companies are now calling them to ask if they could hide their characters in 3D so they get all this licensing. Luke Skywalker, Leia, Darth Vader, Cinderella, Tweety Bird, Garfield. When Disney called, it was a particular moment for Cheri. She had imagined working for the Walt Disney Company since she was a child.
Because she was an artist.
Exactly. So this is when we start to see our big licensing stuff taking off.
She was dressed as a princess when they called.
Probably.
She had her hair up, a little tiara.
I'll have to email Cheri back and ask her about that. The cereal meeting. This was a memory I had about Magic Eye. I'm curious if you remember this. General Mills executives come to Bedford, and Baccei shows them a mock-up, a bowl of apple cinnamon Cheerios with a hidden message reading, "Buy me." Oh. Tom and Cheri had not considered that their illusions might be seen as subliminal advertising.
Yeah.
And the General Mills reps were a little frantic. And one executive said, "Oh, no, we can't do that. The deal happens anyway." And without the subliminal message, Cheri was in the room, and Magic Eye ended up on 20 million boxes of cereal. And I do remember this. I loved apple cinnamon Cheerios. I don't think they're still around.
I feel like they're not around anymore. I feel like they're cinnamon.
They were so good. They had a very, of the time looking box that had like almost like crayon, like a hand painted kind of like fonts and lettering. And I do remember that they had the Magic Eye.
Are you thinking are you confusing that font with Apple Jacks?
No, I'm not. Look up apple cinnamon Cheerios. I want your live reaction.
Okay, let's do this live. I'm just asking because I feel like Apple Jacks also used a crayon.
Well, there was something about it that looked kind of like blackboardy. I think it might have been the apple.
Okay, I see what you're.
Do you remember this?
So what it is it looks like a marker made the a giant apple.
Yes, that's what it is.
So that looks kind of pixelated.
Scribbly.
And then apple cinnamon is in a very 80s cursive font, like flash dance. Mm-hmm. Cheerios is iconic. Cheerios.
You can't mess with that.
Cheerio is the dot over the I.
I love that.
Now, I'm going to look real quick.
I liked Apple Jacks too. I could demolish a box of cereal in one sitting.
I like how Apple Jacks had like that disease, it was like a cereal with like a little disease all over it. I think that was the apple, like little red flecks.
That's right, yeah. Real apple peel.
Real apple.
It was probably like apples that were like too unsightly for the hog farm.
Yeah.
They ground up to dust the Apple Jacks with.
Wow, I see why I would have thought that. They also have a giant apple. They have a cinnamon stick as the stem for the apple.
Wow, okay.
Oh, and they also, Apple Jacks also had crayon. They had two crayon kids one of them's doing a backflip into the cereal. The cereal bowl is done in crayon.
Okay. Yes, I can definitely see why you connected these in your mind.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Who made it first, I wonder?
Well, let's just spend the rest of the show on this. So let's do a brand battle really quick.
Okay,
Apple Jacks versus Cheerios.
Magic Eye launches a weekly image in the newspaper comic section in 1994, becoming the fastest startup syndication in Universal Press Syndicate history. So more than 200 newspapers in the first year have an original Magic Eye every week.
Would you mind doing a follow-up email with her for me? Because I have a question that I'd love an answer to.
Sure.
Was there, and I feel like there had to have been conversations, was there a quality control conversation? Because I feel like allowing these to be printed on cereal boxes and in newspapers, the slightest, there's no control over the placement of the dots. Was that a concern? Did that ever raise it? Was there ever an issue? Like they printed a little bit wrong and now all of a sudden no one can see it?
That's interesting because a lot of times we get like with the newspaper, you'll see the color is like slightly off. Like all the blues will be a smidgen to the left. I'll ask her about that.
Yeah, reach out to her. Keep the correspondence
going.
I'll
follow up on Off-Brand. If anybody has a question for Cheri, let me know and I'll ask her.
And we'll report it on Off-Brand. We'll do a weekly
check-in with
sit down with Cheri.
She's the
Chatting with Cheri.
She's the third co-host of On Brand. Cheri continues to create the weekly Magic Eye Sunday comic, which appears in comic sections worldwide, in print and online, to this day.
They're still, I don't, I must gloss over those. I don't remember ever seeing that in there.
They're still there, yeah.
That makes sense. I see it. I could see it more being where like the crossword is than the comics.
It's in the comics.
It's kind of a blurry.
I mean, it's between its art and the game, so it's kind of the perfect mix of both.
Yeah.
It's the Venn diagram. It's the little wedge in the middle.
Yeah.
These are just some funny little tidbits about Magic Eye. In Japan, Magic Eye product areas and stores became popular places for teenage boys to flirt with teenage girls because they would be like giving them tips on how to see it in 3D, sometimes get a date.
They're like standing behind them. It's like it took the place of like teaching someone you were interested in how to shoot pool.
Exactly.
So you would stand behind them. You'd be like, hold their face. Like, no, you need to look right in it.
Lifting open their eyeballs.
Yep, you got to do this. Now you're going to want to push your eyes this way.
Cheri watched these interactions. She said it was very funny.
Creepy.
A film crew from New Zealand had been filming an Aboriginal tribe in the Australian outback the previous week, a tribe that had never met or been filmed by outsiders before.
First introduction to society's the Magic Eye.
When the crew was invited to an Aboriginal hut, hanging on the wall was a Magic Eye poster.
Come on. No way. How did they get it?
This is true. The CIA called Magic Eye headquarters. They informed Magic Eye that their secret messages were under investigation. They were very nervous and they asked how long the company had been creating secret messages, how to see them. They thought all CIA agents would now have to be trained on how to see Magic Eye as a 3D viewing technique in case there were ever hidden messages in there.
Magic Eye would have been a great roadblock for Amazing Race.
Yes.
Because some people would really they'd be there. It'd be
oh
like,
my God.
Everyone's already in and there's that one team that's left at the end. It's like
Yes.
Phil starts walking towards him. I'm like, no, Phil, no.
I feel like if I was under pressure, I would definitely not be able to get it. I need like to be like left, like don't look at me while I'm trying to get a Magic Eye. I need to be like left alone.
Yeah.
Magic Eye even received death threats over the years. Some people thought the company was dealing with black magic because the 3D illusion was so real. On one occasion, this is Cheri's story. She watched a man view a Magic Eye poster for the first time in a mall. And when he saw the 3D image, he ran screaming. Cheri yelled after him, "It's just an illusion!" And he did not stop running. Everyone in the mall stopped and turned at her, and she just shrugged, and everyone resumed what they were doing.
Maybe it was a scary one. Maybe it was like a shark.
Maybe it was. Yeah. It'd be a good one for Halloween to have put scary faces in there.
Yeah, or Shark Week. They should be sending out promos for Shark Week,
That's a really good idea.
I think is this week.
Shark Week still happens?
My friend Sandy loves Shark Week.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I'll email Cheri about doing a collab.
Please, always reach out to her. Every week I want some sort of correspondence
Some Cheri
for Cheri.
update.
Yeah.
So 1995, 1996, Baccei runs a mathematical model of the fad's life cycle. I guess he has some kind of algorithm he's cranking out to see does this brand have staying power?
Oh, this is where we learn it's not a fad.
So
he's like, what do you mean? This isn't even a fad.
Baccei is the one who kind of is wants out. So he sees that the returns are diminishing at a rate that shows that maybe the end of the peak is near. He sees the downslope before maybe everybody's kind of feeling it. They also start to see some knockoffs on the scene. A Magic Eye poster will be $25, but by 1995, unlicensed versions, they're going for $5. The floor is dropping a bit out of the market. Baccei always expected this. He mortgaged his house. He was like, I knew that this was kind of like a get in, get out kind of situation.
I hope that he made a bunch of money.
Yeah, he did well.
Okay.
He did well. Okay. He's okay. Don't worry about him. He's okay.
Well, you brought up the mortgage again. I was like, I hope he ended up with a home.
He went big. I mean, it was a big gamble. But 1995 is when we see our transition. So Baccei, he received enough money. He's retiring comfortably. He sells his stake and the Magic Eye property separates from Anything Enterprises. So it was Anything Enterprises, Magic Eye underneath, and now Magic Eye is just its own thing. Cheri Smith, my friend, becomes the majority shareholder of Magic Eye Inc. with artist Andy Paraskevas, whom Cheri had hired as a minority shareholder. So Anything Enterprises is officially renamed Magic Eye Inc. in 1996, and Cheri is at the helm.
And just to put the world in a musical context, this is when Jagged Little Pill has really taken over the airwaves. That dropped, I think, in 95. So for the next 2 years, Alanis Morissette.
We're reeling. People are reeling.
I mean, there's 9 singles on that thing? Just one of the best albums of the 90s.
I mean, that secret track that I thought I had gotten on my CD by accident.
Only You.
Yeah.
That was
just
just
oh no,
for
they
me.
accidentally put a secret unreleased song on it's not on the track list.
God, 90s and secret tracks were one of the best things in the world. You kind of knew if you looked at, you put it in track 10, it says it's 17 minutes long.
There you go.
And then main song is 3 minutes. You're like, let's see what happens.
This is where Cheri weighs in. I'll just quote her here. She says, "I did not see Magic Eye as a fad." This is her, not in the press. This is in a personal email to me. "I did not see Magic Eye as a fad."
Wait, did you reach out to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You've said it 200 times. We know.
I did not see Magic Eye as a fad. To me, it was an amazing new art form that I loved. The 3D illusions I create today still amaze me.
I hope it turns out that this is all being written by a Cheri bot. She gets so much correspondence to this day.
You think I was talking to a Cheri bot this whole time?
Yeah.
It could have been.
Cheri died 17 years ago.
How would you rate our help today? 5-star. Cheri. That's a weird way to end an email.
Cheri, what are you talking about? Wait, we're friends.
So Andy and Cheri, they begin working immediately on Magic Eye, the Amazing Spider-Man. Cheri brings advertising and licensing in-house, identifying advertising and promotions as a largely untapped market. So within months, Magic Eye 3D illusions are appearing on Campbell's soup cans, John.
Okay.
Pepsi, Coke, Snapple cans, bottles, packaging.
Pepsi and Coke?
Yes, Pepsi and Coke.
They work together for this
They don't
one
care.
product.
Well, I mean, they can both do Magic Eye.
No, they can't. It's
Busch
one...
Gardens flyers, bubblegum, Mellow Smellow Valentines.
Where is it on these things? Like it's on like the gum package?
Yeah.
Like a tiny little one?
Yeah.
Like you just have to like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it has to be at least like postcard size.
No.
In
1998, Andy, her partner, he meets his wife-to-be and he decides he no longer wants to work as much. Good for him.
You know what they should have made?
What?
Why didn't they make trading cards so that you get all these little ones
Cool.
and then on the back of them, you collect all 36.
And it makes a picture?
And you have a whole goddamn
Makes a big
poster.
Magic Eye.
Yeah. Why aren't they putting them on Rubik's Cubes? So you have like 6 different Magic Eyes.
These are really good ideas.
Get me on the phone with Cheri.
Wow, you might be the new Andy, her new partner.
I hope so. Move over, Andy.
Andy decided to sell his shares to Cheri and takes a 9-to-5 job with his girlfriend.
Andy?
Cheri says he's a really nice guy. He's like little brother, so they ended amicably.
Okay.
You're suspicious?
Well, it just seems maybe the returns weren't that good. They must not have been making that much if he's like, I think I'm going to go work in an office for Chase Bank.
I don't know. We'll have to follow up with Cheri and see what Andy's salary was at that point.
Yeah.
1996 to the present. This is really Cheri Smith's chapter. This is when she's at the helm, she's making the big decisions, and she is keeping the machine pumping. So
what year?
1996 to the present. So we'll start in 2001. So
That's 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I know. It was 10 years ago in my heart, but
it's a long 30 years.
2001, she worked with Warner Brothers to create 2 Harry Potter Magic Eye books. I
can see a poster already. You have Harry Potter like on his broomstick. You can see that with normal eye.
Okay.
You Magic Eye it, and you've got Voldemort like coming up behind him.
These are really good concepts.
I know they are.
I hope Cheri's listening, and I hope she's holding a pen.
I hope. And
write these down.
I mean, I need to get a contract in place. None of these are available.
And you're not getting the Andy deal. You're getting the John deal.
Yeah.
One was published just before the release of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and one just after. She also co-authored 2 books on vision improvement with Dr. Masahiro Kurita, who's an eye specialist and researcher at Tokyo University. The books become bestsellers in Japan, and they're books on how to improve your vision because it's also used as like a vision tool. That's not as fun as Harry Potter.
No, because then it's like wellness. It's
a little medical.
Like, I'm doing my eye muscle workout. Okay. No, Cheri. So I know you've thought about this, of course, but like, where do you want there to be a magic eye? You want that to be in a place where eyes have nowhere to go.
Oh.
Toilets all over the world.
Oh my God, you're right.
Sitting there on the toilet, put a magic eye behind every door.
You're right.
Cheri, I'm going to go grab a coffee really quick. I'm going to be back here in 15 minutes. Have that contract written up.
It could be like an ad for like an STD.
Yeah.
And it would say like, it's like, you can't always see it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God, that's
like,
so
it
good.
It would spell that like in writing, you can't always see it. And it's like syphilis. That would be really good.
And then at the bottom, there's a syphilis store and you're sitting there going to the bathroom and you look down and you have that sore and you're like, I have syphilis. Thank you, Magic Eye.
That's exciting stuff. This is really good.
Cheri.
Well, if you don't like them being used in a clinical setting, you're not going to like Magic Eye Beyond 3D.
Oh, no.
This was when Magic Eye partnered with Dr. Mark Grossman to release Magic Eye Beyond 3D, Improve Your Vision. Grossman uses Magic Eye 3D illusions in his daily practice and has extensive research on their clinical applications. So there's decades of insight from educators, eye care professionals, vision therapists, researchers, and readers worldwide about how you can improve your vision using Magic Eye. Thumbs down.
Snoozing. No, I think it's, Cheri, don't get me wrong. I think it's important to have these branches in the company.
Sure.
I'm just not part of that. I'm here more for
the creative,
the fun, the future.
Sure.
Of course. Do I want everyone to have healthy eyes? Of course I do, Cheri. We're going to put Marisa in charge of that. She loves an ointment. She loves anything in the bathroom aisle. Go to our back catalog. You'll see that. Me, I'm more like the Willy Wonka of eyes.
I love this. I love this. You guys are going to make some really cool stuff together. Cheri works with Harry Potter again in 2010 for more Magic Eye books. Harry Potter Magic Eye book, 3D Magical Creatures, Harry Potter Magic Eye book, 3D Magical Moments. By this point, the software and art techniques have advanced significantly, and the 2010 books are meaningfully more sophisticated than anything made possible in the 1990s. So now they look even less like the repeating kind of abstract wallpaper and more rich and detailed.
Cheri. Now, I know you think that you've probably pushed this technology as far as you can go.
I'm sure she knows that there's more to learn.
I have one word for you, Cheri.
What?
Drones.
What?
Can you have you
seen a drone show?
Have a drone show where all the drones, they stay stationary. Everyone's look up in the sky, Magic Eye in the sky.
That's actually a really good idea. I bet it'd be possible.
Cheri.
Because dots, you could do it with dots.
You could do it with dots and call it Magic Eye in the Sky.
I love that.
It's a festival.
I think you have 30 great ideas for Cheri to mull over.
Jesus Christ.
Cancel her calls.
Why am I poor?
2010, they have their 25th anniversary book. Cheri publishes the Magic Eye 25th anniversary book, which includes her own introduction with firsthand stories from the early years, Japan, the CIA investigating her, the screaming man in the mall. She's currently working on a new Magic Eye book and other retail products.
Please tell me she called that book All Eyes on Me. Please tell me she called that book All Eyes on Me. Cheri.
Save that for her autobiography.
Well, that's what, I did want it to be her autobiography.
Great. So Cheri, if you're considering writing an autobiography, not to say that, your career is over, there's still more story in you, of course, but when you're ready, all eyes on me.
All eyes on me.
She continues to create the Magic Eye Sunday comic, which appears in newspaper comic sections around the world. The comic strip, you could say it's the most longest running, robust execution of this because
that nobody's seen.
The poster market has kind of waned. The books are still popular, but it's not as much in the zeitgeist, but it's still in the paper every week. She has been making Magic Eye images for 35 years.
She needs to collab with what's hot now. Get in there with Pop Mart and you've got Magic Eye Labubu collabs where you've got the Labubu, but their outfits are Magic Eye.
That's
so
fun.
If you look at them, you can
or
see.
Or the reveals the date of Taylor Swift's new album.
Sure.
There are some studies that show that viewing a Magic Eye 3D illusion increases alpha brainwave activity, which is the same altered state associated with meditation. Alpha waves make you feel calmer and happier. And so in that way, Magic Eye is kind of like a little introduction into a mild meditative state with no prior training or practice required. Viewing Magic Eye may improve or maintain better depth perception over time. So if you're a baseball player, Major League Baseball player, you can use those to kind of work on your depth perception. And pilots who fail their pilot's license vision test regularly contact Magic Eye using the illusions to exercise their eyes in hopes of passing the next exam.
So my safety now depends on Magic Eye.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
We'll definitely keep that division then. You're running that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
That's your jam. You'll be having lunch with pilots, I guess.
Hey, don't mind if I do.
Okay.
If anybody listening is a fan of Magic Eye, Cheri is thrilled to receive fan mail. She gets a lot of letters from readers who share
a lot.
Share their memories of discovering Magic Eye, their family, their friends. Papa, what is it? I can't see it. Oh, just look right past it. You'll family memory forever.
Papa.
Yep. And everybody remembers the first moment they see it. She loves hearing about how Magic Eye brings people together across generations and around the world. And it continues to inspire her in her creative work. So if you want to reach out, go to the Magic Eye website and send some fan mail.
When you reached out, what did you say to her? Did you say, hey, I'm doing an episode of my podcast on this? Did you ask her questions or just... What was your...
Yeah, I sent her the research that I had so far to see if she had any corrections because her assistant said that a lot of the information available publicly is not true.
That's why we deep dive on
That's why we deep dive.
things.
I know. Sometimes you have to go straight to the source. And there were a few things where she was like, actually, it was this year. Actually, it was this person who got involved. So she had a few corrections and she had some great stories. And Cheri's wonderful. And I would take a bullet for her.
We need unless she's just tired, if she's getting tired, but like if we want to keep this brand going, we need pop-ups. We need to like keep it vital. It feels a little like, okay, now we do eye muscle health and
yeah. You want to take it into 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Great.
I want to take it into 2030.
Oh, wow.
This year's cashed.
You're already calling it?
Yeah. 2030.
Still
bitch.
summer.
Still summer, and Vons has Halloween candy out.
Oh my God.
Whole Halloween candy display.
Unbelievable.
I couldn't believe it. And then in cereal, still had Christmas checks for last year's 10.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
what is happening in this grocery store?
Unbelievable. All behind lock and key.
Yeah, all now have they
Press
built
a
these
button, buzz an employee who is not in any hurry to come over to you.
that doesn't hear the buzz. Now
Unlock your
there's big
Halloween
gates
candy.
to get into the grocery store.
wild.
Everything's a mess.
Knowing what you know about Magic Eye, is it on or off brand for you?
Knowing where I can take Magic Eye, it is a hard on brand for me. I think this company is just getting started.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they think they're 35 years in. I say we're 35 years to go.
Oh, I love that.
So,
you're
yeah.
saying when Cheri does eventually want to retire, you are waiting in the wings.
I feel
to
like
take over.
I'm the only logical successor of this company at this point. I challenge anyone that has had more ideas for Magic Eye than I have in the last 40 minutes.
You're a machine. I've never seen you more exhilarated.
Animated.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have a Magic Eye.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hard on brand for me.
Great.
You don't even have to answer. You're like over here over Cheri.
I do love Cheri, and I'm thrilled to have collaborated with her on this episode.
What if you're like, actually, hard off brand for me?
She did also say that she was like, we do have a family audience. Keep that in mind.
Listen, we'll beep out. Do you think she'll listen to this?
Yeah, she said she would.
She did. Are you going to send her a
I'm
link?
going to send her a link.
Oh, boy.
I take back anything you said.
No, I stand behind everything I say.
There's a lot of good ideas here. Are those ideas free? Should she want to run with them?
I mean, I would like to have a conversation with her. I need a little piece of the pie. I can't just be...
If you get enough little pieces of pie, you could cobble together a pretty good pie.
Yeah, I'm going to have a really nice dessert someday.
House sitting, a job, Magic Eye, your Magic Eye work,
Yeah.
modeling.
I haven't started on that one. All right. Well, what a fun episode. I learned a lot of stuff about a brand I knew very little about.
Yay.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
See if Cheri's involved with this, because I don't know how this technology works.
What?
It's very in the same world as Magic Eye to me.
Okay.
Like you go into the headquarters of, let's say, Coca-Cola, and there's a giant piece of art that's like the Coca-Cola symbol.
Yes.
You get close to it, and it's like 700 pictures.
Like tiny little pictures.
And then
yes.
they have created that picture. What I want to know, are those pictures literally just arranged to make that? Because it feels too crisp.
I feel like they maybe like tone shift them.
That's what I want to know. Are there
saturate them in a
tone
certain
shifts in
way?
that? Because
There
I
must
don't
be.
feel like, I feel like maybe the first one someone did it and I was like, oh, that kind of looks like that. But now
Yeah.
it's like so crisp. I think it has to be tone
The
shift.
one on the cover of like a Reader's Digest in the market. It's
Yeah.
like it'll be like a Statue of Liberty head or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, those seem fake.
Yeah.
We'll do a little research on that in our own time.
See if she knows.
Okay. John has a couple ideas and one question. What's the deal with those little pictograms you see at the Coca-Cola store in Las Vegas?
I mean, Cheri, if you are listening, it'd be pretty cool to have one of these with Marisa and I on it as like a promo.
A Magic
thing.
Eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
on-brand Magic Eye.
Oh, well, there's a very robust community, Magic Eye community on Reddit, and they make their own Magic Eyes and they post them there. And or other optical illusions as well, but I find them to give me a headache.
Is there like a Magic Eye generator?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. Well, thank you for a very informative show. I'm sure that was very nostalgic for a lot of people. I can't wait to hear what the freaks have to say about it. Before we go, I want to give some shout outs to our Freaks of the Week. If you don't know what that means to be a Freak of the Week, it's pretty simple. Every Wednesday on Instagram, on our story, I post a puzzle. If you solve that puzzle, I'm going to send you, me personally, John Glover will send you a little freak badge to let you know that you got the brand right.
Hopefully there's a point where you are too busy to do it personally. And we're successful enough.
I like to do that. I always complain about having to type out the names. Hopefully one day someone else will be able to do that. But you'll get a little freak badge, and then I'm going to add your name to our Wheel of Freaks, which I spin 5 times every week to pick 5 Freaks of the Week. And those lucky people this week are Mary Frances Clark, Ash, Stacy Collins, Tiffany Quinstein, and Margot. So congratulations, guys. Thank you so much. I'm also going to give 3 extra Freaks of the Week this week because I accidentally posted my Insta egg at midnight this week for a second. I hit the wrong button and it just instantly posted. And within 30 seconds, 3 people were already guessing it. And I was like, what is happening?
Oh, no.
So I'm going to give Freak of the Week also to Brandon Tokunaga, Rudy Hatton, and Carolyn Knott, just because I thought, how fun is it that they're up at midnight and so eager really to answer that egg. So all 8 of you, you're Freaks of the Week. Thank you so much for playing the Insta egg. I love making them. I love that you love guessing them. If you're not on Instagram, if you don't follow us on Instagram, please do. We post so much extra stuff besides the show. If you're not part of our Patreon, we would love it if you would join. For a small monthly fee, you get double the podcast. You get 4 whole extra podcasts a month. And access to us very directly in our Discord. We chat with everybody. We love the community we've built. We'd love for you to be a part of that. And even if you don't listen to them, it just supports what we do here every week. So if you're not on the Patreon, we would love it if you would consider it. And finally, you guys are rocking it on YouTube. We have hit 950. We got so many in the last week. I'm trying to get 50 more before I go to Iceland, which is in 3 weeks from tomorrow. So if you don't belong to our YouTube, it is absolutely free. It is On Brand, the podcast. I think our On Brand podcast, one of those, you'll see our pictures, but it's free to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. That also helps us out a lot too.
And while we're giving shout outs, I'd like to shout out a lovely listener who left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We have Orange Lazarus. 1 says, helps me through anxiety. Truly cannot wait for this pod every week and currently working through the back catalog. I have recently been dealing with a bout of high anxiety, and this is my go-to to bring me back down and keep calm. It's delightful. The facts are so interesting. Jon and Marisa are so pleasant and sassy and keep me laughing. They are so likable and so nice to hear about their quirks. Thank you for comforting me in hard times, making me laugh in good times, and providing me with brand facts in the social party times. That is so sweet. Thank you so much for those kind words. We so appreciate you listening and giving us a 5-star review. If you haven't given us a review, please do that. It boosts the show. It boosts morale. Check us out on Instagram at OnBrandThePod, TikTok at OnBrandThePodcast, YouTube. Someone made a subreddit. Chat about the episode. Join the Patreon. Chat with us in Discord. And with that, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode.
And remember, we may go off topic, but we'll always be on brand.
Bye, Cheri.
Bye, Cheri. Call me Cheri. If you think that's all my ideas, you might be right, but there might be more. Bye.
Bye.